Look, if you've ever felt like your tank is just completely, entirely empty, I really need you to listen closely to this explainer. Today, we're tearing apart that kind of toxic, cliché motivational advice that just yells at you to hustle harder. Instead, we're going to deconstruct a remarkably raw, powerful text about the actual psychology of resilience. We're looking at why we truly quit and how to build an absolutely unstoppable framework for persistence.
Okay, let's dive right into this. Are you lazy or are you just tired? Because society has this deeply toxic assumption that if you aren't constantly producing, or if you simply hit a wall, well, you must just be lazy. But the source text we're exploring today asks us to just pause for a second, to actually offer ourselves a little empathy. Really ask yourself, have you actually lost your ambition, or has the weight of trying just become incredibly heavy?
So that brings us to section 1, the illusion of laziness.
Just let this sink in. You're not lazy. You're just tired of giving everything and getting nothing back. Man, if you've been working tirelessly and you feel totally stuck, let this validate you. Before we even talk about motivation, we literally have to acknowledge that your exhaustion is real. You haven't lost your edge. You're just experiencing the completely natural human response to unreciprocated effort.
Because here's the reality. Exhaustion does not equal laziness. They are entirely different things. Laziness is a refusal to exert effort when you actually have the capacity. Exhaustion, on the other hand, is a protective mechanism. When you pour all your energy into a void and get zero return on your investment, your brain literally shuts down to protect you. Understanding this difference, that is the absolutely crucial first step to getting your power back.
Moving right along to section 2, voices of past failures.
It's not just the physical tiredness that stops us. It's this compounding, heavy burden of disappointment. You try once and it fails logistically. You try twice, people laugh or judge you. By the time you try for a third time, all that external doubt has suddenly become internal. The failure shifts from being just an event that happens to you to an identity that you actually adopt.
And this brilliantly illustrates the real problem. That little voice in your head saying, maybe I'm just not good enough, that is not your true voice. Not at all. That is merely the echo of societal conditioning, past judgments, and honestly, every person who gave up before you. Separating your core identity from the voice of past quitters is an absolute game changer. Which leads us to a massive turning point. Section 3, the Tuesday mindset shift. So, what does this all mean? What is the single shared trait of successful, fulfilled people? I'll tell you what it isn't. It isn't some secret talent or endless, boundless energy. It's the Tuesday mindset. It's the absolute refusal to quit on a random, ugly, difficult day when literally all your motivation is gone. It's executing when your environment is entirely uninspiring. Because, let's be real, Monday motivation is easy. You've got a fresh cup of coffee, the energy is high, everything feels new. But Tuesday discipline? Tuesday is when the excitement has completely faded. It's raining, nobody is watching you, everything in your body says stop. Real success isn't built on those high-energy Mondays. It is forged in the grueling reality of those random Tuesdays. When everything said stop, they said one more step. We so often think of success as these grand, cinematic, movie-like moments, but the reality is incredibly unglamorous. It's just micro-actions. When the entire world says stop, you don't need to sprint to the finish line. You just need to commit to taking one more step.
All right, let's keep building on this. Section 4, unburying your real potential.
Listen to me. Your dream isn't dead at all. It is merely buried. It's buried under very specific, removable layers of negativity, fear of the unknown, internal doubt, and, worst of all, the opinions of people who never even dared to try themselves. Once you realize these are just layers of dirt on top of your true potential, you realize all you have to do is start digging.
And this is where it hits hard. The world doesn't need another person who almost made it. Ouch, right? It's a harsh truth, but a profoundly necessary one. We already have plenty of cautionary tales. We have plenty of people who let the Tuesday exhaustion win. Do not become just another statistic of unfulfilled potential. Which brings us to our final takeaway. Section 5, the choice to live. So the crucial point is this. When you're burnt out, just waking up feels like a massive burden. It's just another day of heavy lifting. But we have to flip that narrative. Waking up is not a punishment. It is a blank slate. Shifting your perspective from I have to somehow survive today to I have an actual opportunity today will fundamentally rewire your brain.
You see, when we're overwhelmed, our brains kind of trick us by overcomplicating everything to avoid action. We think we need this massive 10-year life plan, but the actual directive is incredibly simple. Get up, try again, fight. Just cut through all the noise and get back to the absolute basics of forward motion.
And why do you do this? Not because it's easy, but because you are worth the fight. Your ultimate motivation shouldn't be about proving the doubters wrong. It has to come from inherent self-worth. You push through that Tuesday grind simply because you deserve to see what you are truly capable of achieving.
So I have to ask, will you refuse to quit this Tuesday? The very next time you find yourself on a random, ugly day where your motivation is absolutely sitting at zero, I want you to remember this framework. You aren't lazy, that doubt isn't your true voice, and all it takes is literally just one more step. Thanks so much for exploring this explainer with me, and I'll catch you.